This tutorial is going to show you how to add an event to your calendar. So your website is set up a little differently than some others that I've done, and that is because on our calendar page, we have some intro text here, and we wanted folks to be able to complete that form on the calendar page. So over on your left menu, you're going to see calendar here at under main navigation, but that is not where you're going to add your events. If we click on the calendar, we do get this page here. But what we want to do is edit the actual event list. So to edit the event list, we're going to come down under the Not Linked section and choose Event List. This is going to open the actual calendar where, again, you see all of your events that you have included so far on the calendar. So to add a new event, you have two options. One, you can just click the plus sign here at the top of Event List, and it's going to open your event screen where you can add your new event. And you can certainly start that way. However, you can also choose an existing event and duplicate it. And this is the method that I recommend. It just saves you a few steps. So for example, let's say I want to add a new meeting to the calendar. I'm going to choose a similar event like this one, council meeting. And when I click on the event, I have two options. I can edit the event or I can delete it. I'm going to choose the edit option. This is going to open my event. Before I make any changes here, however, I'm going to click the duplicate button located at the bottom of the window. And when I click duplicate, it opens a copy of this event into a new window, which I can then edit. It does not change the original event we have copied. There are several steps you'll want to complete on the event window itself. First and foremost, you're going to want to add a new title of your event. So this is just going to be New Meeting Title for example purposes. The next thing I want to do is click on my start time and adjust my date and time. In this case, I'm going to choose a new date. So let's say we're going to do an event for our website training. So we know that that's going to be held on July 23rd at 2:30 p.m. So I'm going to click on the date and I'm going to click right here on the number for the time and simply use my keyboard to update the time. It's going to default to the same time range as the previous event. So the previous event was held for 2 hours, and this event is defaulting to be 2 hours as well. If I want to change the ending time, I simply click on that text that's underlined and retype a new ending time. Here in the middle of my event, I can add all of my new text. I can also add a photo or video, a button or link. I can make any of the standard edits I would make on a website page right within my calendar event. I simply hover where I want to enter the new information until I get my insertion bubble. I click once and I choose what type of block I would like to enter. For example, if I want to add an image, I would click on the image block and it would prompt me to open the image from my computer. In this case, I'm not going to add anything else for training purposes. Next, I want to go over to options, and I'll see that it has carried over my thumbnail image from the previous event. I can either leave that image or I can click remove and add a new one. The location will have also copied over, and this can be changed if necessary. But as you can see, if you are creating a similar event to the one you copied, you will save yourself a lot of time as these fields are already pre-populated for you. When you're happy with the new event, you simply want to click Save and Publish. However, if you want to come back and make changes at a later time, just click Save and you can see it will be saved as a draft. You can also click here on the word draft to see other options such as scheduling the event to be published in the future. When I click Scheduled, I have an underlined time and date. Again, clicking on that will let me choose the date and time I wish to schedule the event for. In this case, I'm just going to put it back to draft and I'm going to hit Save. And now you can see my new meeting has been added as a draft on July 23rd. This would not appear on the calendar because it is only a draft. So if I come down here to July 23rd, I see that square is blank. However, if I go back and click edit and I hit save and publish, and I go back to my calendar, now you can see that the event is here on the July 23rd time slot. So this is the process for adding new events to your calendar.